Hey everyone, it's Eric and I'm here with your new moon reading, and I'll be using my self-published deck Shadowlight Tarot. So I want to dive into this to see whatever messages come up for each of the 12 signs of the zodiac. Now we're going to take a look into the generalization of things, so depending on whether you have it as your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising sign, Venus, or however you'd like to interpret it, depending on how astrologically inclined you may be, it is there to present the message. So for those who are generally looking for a reading, you may look for your sun sign to interpret what you're going through, what you're feeling. And then you can take that even further by watching your moon sign, in which case you'll have an understanding of yourself internally and what you're processing in terms of an emotional level. When you look at it for your rising example, that is pretty much how the world's coming through you or how others perceive you. Think of it, it's the cone in which you yourself, your light of your being of the sun, is expressed through. Now you can take this even further if you're interested in seeing a relationship aspect. Venus is usually associated with how we connect with others. That would be a good example to see what is going on in your relationship sector. But take it as you please, as each of the signs are only able to provide so much. So if you can take that and then compare it to see what you're going through, it may provide some insight for you on your journey. So take this for what it is. I'm here doing my thing, and I thank you for your appreciation, for your time to actually check this out. So let's begin with these readings. So Leo, what do we got? Let's do a quick shuffle. So Leo, you just came out of this time period where you are in the spotlight. We got the sun in your sector of the sky, and we're talking about a lot of Leo type energies, especially coming out of eclipse season. It's not always so simple. You guys got a big, I guess, stage to really shine, because there's a lot of instability happening. It's eclipse. Things are being shaken up. So I guess Leo's here to remind us what inspires us. So for Leos, sun, moon, and rising, what messages do you want to share with us today? You are in your emotional throne. You know what it is that you care for. You know what it is that you want to do, enough that you are where you need to be. You understand that this judgment, this act, this way of seeing things is providing us the ability to see truth for what it is, to see that we are ourselves, the value in which we want to provide into being, and that there are turning back points in which we can look and see that things are taken away. And it's not always worth dwelling on them, because sometimes it has to involve a heartache. It has to involve the things that we went through and the things that have hurt us in the past. And it's not so simple when you want to take it to a new level. So when you're looking at something that is providing us the end of a journey, the last little bit that's going to take us into where we need to be, we're going to understand that this is something that is showing us we can't get lost in what we're being seen by option after option after option after fantasy after what if after whatever you want to portray inside this concept of being, that this Leo is really talking about getting clear on it. So we're back at the Leo card. We're back at the light. We're back at how you shine, how you like to bring your light out into being. Now the thing is, I have this little theory with Leos that the light of Leo is to provide us the light that provides inspiration, to provide others the ability to be inspired so that they themselves can harness their own light in the best manner possible. And it's like a smile. When you provide a smile to someone in the street, and it affects them, so they'll smile to the next person, and before you know it, it'll reach a whole series of chain events that are in good-heartedness. So that's a very important thing to take into consideration during this time. So as we're approaching this moon, it's important to understand that you got some battles ahead. That's not going to be easy to go against challenges that are in a way kind of playful, but are still meaning to show us what we care for, what we fight for, where our driving force is. That is to defend what is important to us and to actually take the practice needed so that when we do have the true battles, we're taking where we need to go. So the true battles is going to be that you might have the outcome, you might have the win there, that you might be able to be in motion to understand that that's all taking place. But you too will get there in time. It's just a slow and steady pace in which you yourself are going to get through whatever it is that you're going through. And if there is a challenge right now in your life, then you got to understand that there is a stalemate here, that you might not be able to proceed as fast as you want, but you have to work with it. You have to work with what it is within your power, within your domain, within your control of you, yourself, to really make it through whatever it is that this is going on. And what it's being asked of you is that you actually have to be truthful. You gotta have to be in your word. You have to be able to express and not only go back on it, but to stand true. You gotta be the word of wisdom, in which the idea of understanding and who we connect through is very important and taken into consideration. It's not something that is going to be very like lifted and airy that gets you drifted away like a mist in the morning fog. This is something that is very clear cut, like a solid cloud on the blue sky. So you got a lot of beautiful things coming in. So be able to understand that once you get through this full moon, that it's going to really take you to these gates that are going to open up, and you're going to see that there's a lot of beautiful things in harvest. I mean, we're in Leo season right now, and harvest and the farm stands are great. So if that just gives an idea of what's going on right now, this is the time to harvest and move forward with that. So it's a good season approaching. So looking forward to that. So on the closing card for you Leos, we got the moon, an idea of illusion, an idea of the go darkness and the shadows of self, to see that we are in ourselves not able to cope with not just the emotions of being, but to be able to honor ourselves for the moon. The moon is very representative of the emotions. It's the understanding of the inner self. And when we find the moon, there are sometimes the idea that there's illusions only for the fact that it's because of the moon's emotional embracement that we tend to have an investment in some of the things that we might be emotionally connected to, but not have a tangible sense of what actually exists in reality. So take that with how you wish, Leo.